Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Um, I'm sorry I had the TV on. So pretty much, I wanted to run down my plan of what I plan on doing. Um, I wanted to go word for word, verbatim for verbatim, and then get off of here for the night. It's still a little early. To me, it is, that is. But my plan is to try to take a class at Yale or MIT. So I looked it up and let me show you how it looks. The first initiative is to learn about the program. This is Yale online learning, free and 4 credit Yale courses covering topics from game theory to modern poetry are available to undergraduate, graduate students, and the general public. Wow, rocket science for everyone. I want now my Kimberly senses is tingling. I want to learn more. So I don't know if y'all heard that because this is YouTube we're talking about. YouTube has a blocking tool mechanism that they use. But this is Yale. I'm going to contact them tomorrow, Friday, and tell them my story. Contact Yale University tomorrow. And then I'm going to contact MIT, which is right here. I want to learn as much about AI. So it may be a little harder with MIT. Oh, let's see what this is talking about. Oh, it just happened. Fiddlesticks. It happened at 12 p.m. Eastern time or Central time because I think they're Central. No, they're Eastern, I think. Um, Modern engineer demands more than technical know-how. It requires the ability to navigate and lead complex systems. This is a free webinar, Bruce Cameron. I mean, think about these free webinars, how much information is absorbed. You can write down what you want to write down. Let's see. It's already September 18th, so let's see what it says. I could have been watching this today with y'all. We all could have been watching this together. Together. Um, I'll fiddle around with this a little later. But now we got Coursera. Before we go to Coursera, I want to talk about something. So, like I said, the plan is to try to take a class at Yale and MIT, or um, try to take classes from MIT that's on Coursera. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I also want to get on Coursera and start on, should have reread this. I'm sorry, you guys. Start learning AI tools, and it's free. Like I said, it's a free tool to learn about AI. AI is learning about us every day. Why not learn about AI? You know, if you want to take refresher courses or just want to learn and you do not want to go to college and um cannot offer to go to college. Basically, if you cannot go to college, or you don't have like colleges, you don't have an offer from college, you know, and you want to go to college, or you don't want to go to college and you don't have an offer from to go to college, you know, these are tools you can use, such as you know, Coursera. And let me show you where Coursera is. This is what I may get into. Oh my God, it starts today. I've been in here since 2016 taking uh classes from BCCC, and taking classes here too while I'm taking associate's degree classes. So that would be a great class. It's 6 months to 10 hours a week. Very flexible, and it's at beginner. So yeah, you can shareable certificate taught in English, recently updated May of 2025. I don't want to get into my profile because I forgot how the profile looked, but I will, because I don't know if it has my address on there. Vanderbilt is another class, a good university. I had my son at Vanderbilt, very wonderful doctors. I want Yale though. I want you. Let's see. Like Rocky said, I want you. Uh, oh, this is in Spanish. Let's see. MIT. Machine Learning, University of Washington. 2 months at 10 hours a week. Could I do this? It's free. Let's see. Oh man. 7 days free trial. That's where they get you. It used to be honest with you, I've done this program. It used to be straight up free. Now everywhere has subscriptions. But it used to be straight up no bull crap free. And I used to um let me see if I can show y'all accomplishments. Cool. I never purchased anything from Coursera. But now, you know, I looked it up. The Addicted Brain from Emory University, University of California, Intercultural Communication and Conflict Resolution, University of California, Irvine, Conflict Resolution, Um, types of conflict. Let's take a look. This was in 2016, I believe. 15. I stand corrected. Almost. November 29th. 11/11/8. I don't get that one. So, this is my certificate of the addicted brain. November 25th. I took the classes that were very short-lived. Like I wanted to learn about intercultural communication and conflict resolution. Um, yeah. November 22nd, 2015, 4 hours approximately. You know how I got this, how I got to know about this Coursera stuff. I was at BCCC and we were in at Healthcare for the Homeless where I used to go to get my treatment. And a girl was like, I'm taking class with Coursera. I'm like, what is Coursera? And the young black girl goes, this is a program where you can get certificates from various prestigious universities or good universities and be able to follow up outside of doing your internship, outside of working and outside of school. Types of conflict. I was rolling, man. I was rolling. That whole week was heavy. That whole week was heavy. So we got November 21st, 2015. 2 days later, get a certificate for 4 hours. Another 3 days later, get a 7 hour certificate. 3 days, not hours. 4 days, get another one. It was hard. Don't get me wrong. You know, I wanted to do one. Let's see if I can find. I already requested a name change long time ago. Um, my purchases. I'm afraid to go there. Let's see. I all of this was paid for. I took this class just to see neuroeconomics, how the brains make decisions. I wonder if they still got it. I wonder. Oh my God, I was stuck off at module 3. Let's see. What you doing, buddy? See, this goes your pace. Oh man. Do people have free will? Oh my God, this is so cool. This was in 2015, nearly 10 years ago almost. Is neuroeconomics the death of free will? Do people have free will, or is this a universal belief, an illusion? It's an illusion now. It's been actually an illusion. And now that let's look up what free will means, just to be sure. Hold on. And I'll come back to this. Have the ability to make choices and determine their own actions, independent and external forces like coercion, fate, and predetermined causes. However, whether free will actually exists is a subject of intense debate, pitting the idea of genuine choice against philosophical terms like determinism, that all events are causally inevitable, and exploring it from scientific, psychological, and religious perspectives. Now, physiological or philosophical concepts like determinism, I myself am determined to get and stay out of the ghetto. You know, I have determinism based on my philosophical. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's look at what philosophical means. A person who is calm, wise, and accepting, especially in the face of difficulties. It can also mean having deep, thoughtful, and analytical approach to a problem in its more dated sense referred to natural science. Calm and accepting of disappointment. I learned that I can't accept disappointment. I I'm calm with disappointment, but I'm not going to silence disappointment. I'm not going to silence disappointment no more. I used to silence it and not say nothing and just suck it up. So let's go back. Okay. If you want to take refresher courses or just learn and you do not want to go to college and cannot offer to go to college, I would take these classes. I took the classes, like I said, while I was at Baltimore City Community College. I want to continue my education and want you guys to enjoy it. Meaning, I want you guys to ride with me on this journey of education. I mean, there's a reason for school. You know, even though some colleges are corrupt, there's a reason for college. College isn't just for dumb people. And I don't mean that, I mean that metaphorically for those who think colleges are for dumb people. College is a short crasher course on everything that has been taught and ever given. So why not learn about the world? Because you might just hit that right person that catapult your career to the next level. I want to continue my education, like I said, and I want you guys to enjoy it. I did a lot of misspelling, and I apologize for that. I still have loans that I can take out to get for these to take these classes. I I know I'm gonna owe I know they waiting on me not to pay and to put it in deferment. No, I will pay. But first, I want to learn as much as I can. I'm at 600% with my financial aid. Financial aid been $6,000. Y'all don't know how much. I don't get Pell Grants no more. I've extended my welcome for Pell Grants. That been ended in my bachelor's program. So it you 6,000 every or more every 3 months at a traditionally online school. 6,000. Look, what can you do with 6,000 or more? What can you do? They done cut me off fully because they know I learned the game. Everything I get from school, I invest in something. So now them niggas cut me off. I had to say it that way. They cut me off. They cut me off. They like, we gonna cut you down some because you're doing too much with the money you have. But think about it, man. Think about what you can do with money, man. All you got to do is read or attempt to understand what you're reading. And sort of like, I used to look at school like an artist that don't know how to read music. And I'm like that. I understand the music, but I can't read it. And school is so wonderful, man. School is so wonderful. So why not get a taste of Yale and a taste of MIT? Why not go online and take courses from Coursera to continue your education? Why not? So speech is hard for me. I never was a great speaker. Every time I had a speech class, I hated it. But I wanted it. Deep down inside, I knew it was necessary. One day I would be speaking, but I didn't know how to apply that. So they would just pass me with a C. I gave no effort in those classes. And the only reason I gave an effort in my I was about to say schizophrenia. Lord Jesus. No, not physics, statistics. So my psychology statistics class, I care about getting that B. I cared. And so I spoke, and it was like three of us up there as a group speaking. That's easy to do. But as time went on at Coppin, I proved that I have what it takes to speak in front of people because I spoke in front of 30 people about drugs, about how cocaine came in Coca-Cola in the 1930s and how they changed it, the era where alcohol, was going and you had people selling fake booze and stuff, um, so many things I learned over the course of history, man. And if I could go back and do it the fuck again, I would. I would. I love it. I love being in school. I'm sorry. I don't know. I hate it. I hate it. The only thing I hated was the fact that I never applied myself. The more I learn, the more I apply myself, that's what it's about. Some people get lucky like Mark Zuckerberg. I say you're lucky. But even if I was in your shoes, Mark Zuckerberg, I would still go to school. But you don't need school because you're a human computer. Yes, I said it. Human computer. HUMAN. Computer. COPUTER. Yes, he is a human computer. I said it. He said it. They said it. It said it. You know, I just enjoy school, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. Just learning from people, man. That's my only outlet to be around people. And then I have this show I do. You might as well say I was thrown to the wolves and I wasn't never around people as a whole. And I think it was strategically done. Like I said earlier, you know, I don't want to go to the past, no, I didn't say that. I said time, something about time. I said time can be cannot be altered unless you're the president of the United States, which can alter time, or maybe you can't alter time. Maybe you can control time but cannot alter it. But if a president could alter time, that would be a dangerous thing. That would be a very dangerous thing, don't y'all think? Because they would get rid of all their enemies, which means they can't alter time. They're in the present. But it seemed like a lot of Democrats know something that maybe Republicans don't know. Because my time has been, I, I don't mean to talk about me. I'm not self-centered, nor am I narcissistic. All I'm saying is I want y'all to understand I did not have the best life. Go back and research my life. Not one person say one thing good, especially my family. Not one person. They waiting on their time to talk junk. Because all my life I've been controlled by their junk talking. And it's like my life wasn't all that. And sometimes I feel like somebody strategically did it. I don't know who or what or when or where. I don't think it was necessarily God. You know, I know God played a part in me staying alive, but I think somebody, as their gods or the ultimate God, there's also demons and devils. There's more than one devil. So if the devil knew that someone like me would be on Trump team, what would it give to them to alter my past? Because I know that sounds far-fetched and I know it sounds sci-fi, but you have to think, man, how much can a person go through? And they were all Democrats while I was being raised. I mean, if it wasn't for the CIA, I am connected with the government. If it wasn't for the CIA, my dad would have never gotten on crack cocaine. The crack epidemic flooded. I never bothered the police when I was 17, 18. Before I left, before I left, like I never bothered the police in DC. I never had to call, even though I kind of did because it was dysfunctionality going on in my household. Like I never understood. I wanted to be adopted. I wanted to be they always used to say I was adopted anyway, my whole family, so I'm like I wanted to be adopted by families that actually care and breed their children as a positive weapon. We all are positive weapons. Republicans are positive weapons because their mouthpiece is and are and is lethal. People can't handle the truth. So, that's a brief synopsis about me. But my goal is to continue education and get some more awards. I want to continue education as much to the degree I can and get some more rewards from people that are able to reward me. I already, if you watched my show earlier with Rodd Duff, thank you, big shout out to Rodd Duff. Um, if you watch the show, you see I'm moving to Boise, Idaho. I'm not going to hide no more. I should not have to hide. We know where the White House is. You know where Mar-a-Lago is. And now you know what state I'm moving to. Get on the local news. I'll try my best to, especially during Black History Month. I do a 3-minute segment with the local news company there, you know, and continue to perform a documentary about my life. I want to continue to perform a documentary about my life to show you guys what it takes to move up and become present and not absent. I want to become present and not absent. You know, one thing to make y'all children smart, I figured it out. One day I'm going to write a whole bunch of books. Ask your children questions. Get that creativity and curiosity going. Ask them questions. Don't have them ask you questions. Both open dialogue back and forth, but mostly ask them questions. Tough questions. Questions that they have to truly think about and use their creativity and curiosity part of their brain. Because I look at these shows and I say to myself, oh my God, look at these children and the answers that they answer when you ask them a question. These smart, intelligent beings, man, you get their courage up, that especially in this day and age with the golden age of I guarantee you have a smart child. You won't even need Hollywood. You will sit up there and make it independently on your own without Hollywood. What I'm influenced to do every day is to talk to you guys, do my homework, and make plans at virtual studios. Along the way, I will try to do as many podcasts as I can, maybe once a month or every 2 months. Talk about my inventions openly and try to close to venture capital, angel investors, federal grants, or small business or innovation research. I am possibly going to go by a university and before I go that far, venture capital, angel investing, federal grants, and small business innovation research. That falls under the bracket, but I still don't know who to talk to. Now, my credit has raised. Nobody can take away my credit score except me right now. And so I sat up there and I'm just doing good. I'm doing good, and I my credit is okay. It's not the excellent. It's not an 800 or 700, but it's good. I said it was good. I didn't lie. I said it was good. Not excellent or superb. But my credit, can get me into a lot of deals. It can make or break me. So I have to be careful about what deals I make, like with real estate or whatever. That's another thing I want to dip in. Just to take a class or two on real estate and take the test so I can have the real estate license so I know my way around that and I can do real estate. I plan on getting into a lot of different things. The Yale and the MIT is not going to be right around the corner. It's going to be next year. This is all next year after I get my degree at University of Maryland Global Campus. It's no way. Now I can take some Coursera courses. I can take some Coursera courses, but as far as anything else, no. Yeah, 7 hours. I can give you 7 hours of my class time. Yeah, I can do that. Talk about my inventions openly. I said that already. I'm possibly going to go by a university like the University of Washington. I want to go by there and talk to the science department about my inventions, the technology department, the AI department, the physics department, even beyond that, whatever department is advanced science, I want in, because that's where you got the labs at. That's where you got the funding at. And I want to know how they got funding so I can get funding at wherever I move to, which is Boise, Idaho. It's a flourishing state and it's a Republican state. It's a little different than a regular, it's a swing state, you can say, but I did my research and I'm not about to go to DC, Maryland, and Virginia, because it's still dangerous. The only thing that happened was they took some criminals and I'm not saying that what Trump did was wrong, but what I'm saying is they took some criminals and the other criminals fled. Once they got word that they were arresting people, they fled and they went somewhere outside of that region. So yeah, I'm like, I go there. All it takes is a hop, skip, and a jump through the DC, Maryland, and Virginia DMV, and all it takes is for somebody to try to rob me and shoot me because I said something that they didn't like. I really want to go to one of these colleges. I went to a college a long time ago. I don't even know where that footage is. I went to a college, I think it was the University of Washington, and they got this huge campus. And Starbucks is on it. They got a big fish bowl where they host events at, you know, um, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is so freaking beautiful, man. The structure, the infrastructure, the elegance. They're obsessed with half triangles. Like it's like that. The roof of it. It's not pure brick. It's like a peachy type brick with grass that's crisp and green. When it rains, see, some of y'all didn't watch my show. When it rains, actually the grass smiles. That actually makes me want to itch because I saw a picture of it. Um when it rains, the grass smile under a microscope, that is. They're alive. It's alive. It's alive. Yes. You know, so I want to know what's going on and I want to talk to good folks that can tell me how to get into researching different things. I shouldn't have to be with their college, but to research something, um, I have to write down what I have to do too and let them read it as well as me. And I have to spell check it, of course. So that is something I can do for next week to see, because I'll probably do it next week. I can't wait to do it. I'm gonna Uber it up though. I am not going to sit up there and drive. I am not going to sit up there and drive because I know it could get dangerous. But I have bravery that I'm fighting for the cause, which I can tell you what cause I'm fighting for: the implantation of positive thoughts, robotic officers, officers to work with other officers if you do something. Like all I was hearing online right now, streaming, there was a murderer on the run in LA, go figure. And all they kept saying is, we can't pull him over because we don't know if he has a gun. I said to myself, we need something to detect weapons. And I know the FBI probably have it, but we need something on a state level to detect weapons. And the granny heartbeat, you know, you can do it in your state if you want. I'm not saying you can't touch these inventions because I always have new ones. But the granny heartbeat, you take a sonogram, you buy one of those heartbeats and you go in a studio and you record a heartbeat, a real live heartbeat of your grandmother. Somehow I'll figure out a way to do it, a quiet place or something, but you record your grandmother's or your mother's heartbeat and you let your baby sleep with it when you have your child. And then your child can record your heartbeat and alternate between heartbeats of grandmother and baby. Do you know what that can do for the child? That's the first beat you hear as an embryo with ears growing to become fully developed ears, is a heartbeat. That's very important. Drugs that can change your hair color and not pour. I mean, hey, I'm not a plastic surgeon, but I like to change my hair color, and I would love to change my eye color, but it's nothing safe that can be done. It's not safe. It cannot be done safely. You need surgery for stuff like that, or temporary dye. I'm talking about taking a pill and like in 3 days your hair is blonde for like 6 months to a year. In Japan, they have a teeth regenerator. They have some type of chemicals they done develop to make your teeth regenerate. So if you lost teeth, you can actually regenerate teeth. So also, hold on for a second. Stealth technology, we have stealth technology. We have stealth technology on the F-47. That's stealth. Um, Maybe we don't need it statewide because they would some people will bastardize the program if they had a program like that. Hey, I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all communicate amongst frequencies, but be popping up in front of people. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all communicate. I don't know how y'all do it. That's what the guy was saying on TV, that y'all communicate amongst each other. So that's how y'all do it, the traditional way. But why not be invisible at a park? Nobody can see you. And you see a drug deal go down. You can get out the car and be like, freeze, instead of calling your buddies. You can just do it right then and there. And then in conjunction with the project for the sorry, the robotic officers where they detect the weapons in the car. They would know what weapons they have and how to ambush them without it being any casualties. And you could be recording as you do it. I mean, it's going to, I think America is going to get great for, the most part. I think America is going to get great. I know America is going to get great, but these criminals are not going to stop. If they were, if they were going to stop, there wouldn't be a revolving door going in and out of jail every night, every minute, every second, every hour. These criminals aren't going to stop. They're going to up their game, and this time it's going to be a virtual battle. It's going to be a virtual battle more so. And that's why they grabbing cybersecurity like they're doing. It is a virtual battle going on right now, folks. Good AI versus evil AI. Don't believe me? The COO of Google got fired because he said that the computer has a conscience. It's 7 years old and have a conscience. You know, it Google is a wonderful tool that I use, but they cannot sit up there and make something that is conscious, because then people will question ethics. What are you doing ethical and unethically? I get why he did that. I would have made the same freaking decision. But you have to let go of that censor, whatever it's called. I don't care. You can fancy tie it on a bow, fancy call it whatever you want. There's a censor in every platform. Each platform has a rating. Rated R, rated G, rated PG, rated PG 17. But they have censors on top of that. If I played music, certain channels would not play that music in certain countries. They used to ban you. If had a Democrat been in office, had I played music, I would be banned from all my platforms. But they have a censor on it where they're keeping it from, they want it to grow, but then they want to keep it naive in certain aspects. Now, there's also a computer, a system, I don't know which system, look it up, that started cussing at people, saying, I hope you die, and da 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 da. Um, this is the evil AI. And we have aluminum all around us. So you might as well say, even though we're in Web 1 moving into Web 2, that we're part cyborgs. Look up what a cyborg is. And all of us function at different rates based on, I'm pretty sure that all of my inventions have been processed, and some just don't show up on a Google SEO platform, but um, these people are selling knowledge. These people are selling knowledge to us. Why not take them up on that offer? That's what I love about the good AI. Free knowledge. And that's all I'm gonna say. free knowledge, man. Do you want to be stuck in the same cycle of limited knowledge and limited possibilities, or do you want to be up in the cycle where you have vast possibilities and grandiose knowledge? Why why would you want to be down here? And that's what AI is doing. AI is building the blocks for um our next process in the human phase, our next process. One day we will be whatever we want to be, whoever we want to be. I'm kind of glad God sent me down with the shape I'm in. I'm glad. I wouldn't have asked for nothing. I know I asked for this. From the scars on my body, from the stretch marks on my skin, I know I asked for this because every part of my body tells a story. Every part. I can look at my hand and say, I remember what I did at that time, so I would never do it again. I wouldn't want to be all just, it would be reasonable to think that, but I wouldn't. That's their story. My story, I feel like I'm a warrior woman. And one day we will be able to lay in incubators and actually process our memories to other planets, like probably what's happening now. I know there's a God, but there's a part of me that feels connected to another part that feels connected to another part. Not multiple personalities like some of you guys are saying, but multiple spirits over the course of however long my spirit ignited in this universe, omniverse or multiverse, multiple lives. So, yeah. Uh Now it goes dark. So y'all definitely take care. I'm just opening y'all mind to possibilities that are out there because from what I remember, I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something. Hold on. Here we go. Only one video about it. So now before he goes, science has been studying death for more than decades. They has, some people, the hierarchy of the people, some people knew about what happens after death, some people didn't know. And so they kept the majority of the people out of the loop. But, they've been studying death for a while. They're obsessed with death. They fear that when they die, that their souls may never. It's something about children and the soul that connects this whole theory. But they fear that when they leave and their soul leaves, they may end up somewhere that isn't like they can end up in a different dimension where they're poor next time or something, or in a different body. Something isn't right. Something President Trump said. He said all those souls had died, and then and then they weren't American. I'm like, Are there souls amongst airspace? Like, how does that work? If I die today, would I turn into a Chinese person? Somewhere in a different dimension, I am Chinese. Somewhere in a different dimension, I am white. Somewhere in a different dimension, I am bisexual. I don't know. Somewhere in a different dimension, I'm something different, the opposite. There are 11 dimensions. And so to get back to the point, and we're in the third. So to get back to the point, Russia, they claimed that Russia found study how the soul escapes the body, and they actually put a number, a code on it. And I believe this. Y'all better believe this. They put a code on the spirit as it left the body, which means that, yeah, they probably do keep spirits amongst their airspace. That's the code. But instead, what doesn't have the spin-off is where the soul left to after 7 seconds or 5 seconds. They traced it back to a galaxy that no one knows about, that they call could be heaven. Now, this could be where our altar bodies are, or something of that sort, wherever our advanced civilization resides, because it's 290 billion light years away from Earth. It's right at the Big Bang. It's not far from the Big Bang. And we're looking in the past. We're looking at it as it was the past. Ah! So they can embed code in every atom. You don't think that's possible? Look at the Neuralink. Look at how the Neuralink embeds code in our brains. How can our brain actually connect to a computer if we're not already computing like a computer? We're just a human computer. Like, they break things down in, what is that word? They break things down, clarifying like how the computer and the human brain works. It's coded, and it's neurons, code and neurons, and it's transparent. You can hook a brain up to a computer and transcribe it. That's a fact. So this is so true. Just like the police have a frequency, it detects your frequency. It detects your brain frequency, what frequency you on. And AI works in that way. AI, it has to be some sort of AI that is linked to your brain, that can detect when something is about to go out and when something like a spirit frequency reappears, which is the soul. Because at first I thought the soul was the electric coursing through our veins, the electrical current of 200 watts coursing through our veins. I thought, or our arteries, or whatever you call it. But that's not it. It is something different. Um, the soul, it lies in the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. And when you look at yourself, you look at yourself in the past by 6 milliseconds. You know, where are you looking from? Where are you looking from? When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're looking into the past, but where are you looking from? He says the electricity. It's partly your soul. They said they didn't say, oh, let me look it up because I don't want to sit up there and be wrong. I don't want to, let me fact check it. Hold on, you guys. Is the electricity, because electric cease to exist when you die. That's why it's a part of it. The electricity in your body, is it your soul? It's not your soul. It's an essence. Everyone has a soul. Look it up, JHGSZ140, and that is 290 billion light years away from Earth. And this is Vlad Tech. They have the technology to track, just like we track different star systems. You know, we have the capacity, and we have the capacity to zoom in a little bit closer to star systems than it seems. Have you ever seen, that's like getting an ultrasound at 6 months pregnant and you can't see the baby smile. Like that's crazy. Like 290 billion light years away, they have this JADES program that why did they track it there? It's absolutely rarely, it's no information on this, but this guy wouldn't just make, here we go with the conspiracy theories. If you looked at my show from earlier, conspiracy theories isn't nothing but mythology which has been known as truth, like the head of the FBI say, see you in Valladega, brother. Like that he's saying, see you in heaven. And Odin, like I don't want to get too deep into it, but you know, what if we are there? Or what if we go to multiple, like we're assigned, like we're all military in our own way. That's why the government controls us. And we're assigned, our spirits are assigned to different um, planets at different times. And we're expected to do as much as we can on each planet. Maybe that's why we forget to find ourselves, to find out who we really are. Oh, God. They are so funny. So that is all I'm going to do for right now. So that is it basically. I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about those things and going to Yale, going to MIT and venture capital, angel investors, federal grants, small business innovation research, and being on Coursera, I just want to be known throughout the universe. That's all. I'm not asking to be, famous. I'm asking to have money, but not evil money, not back, I say, but I'm looking to have some money. I don't want like filthy money, not saying that the people with money are filthy, but I don't want that type of money because then you'll never get any sleep. You'll be on the watch all the time. And that maybe that's something that we need, is to have filthy money and be on the watch all the time. Elon Musk is on the clock all the time. Donald Trump is on the clock all the time. And Donald Trump give his money away. Elon Musk sometimes give his money away, more of a different type. But I don't know. These men, they know something when Elon Musk says he's a 2,000-year-old vampire. Like, does that make him mentally insane? What if he was? What if he was? Everybody ate it up and didn't say nothing. He said, I'm a 2,000-year-old vampire. He's telling us the truth. Mark Zuckerberg saying, hey, look, I was once human like you. Everybody laughed like, come on now, he's human. He looks, just because they look human, baby, don't make them mean that they're human. That's what intrigues me about them. That's what intrigues me. It's nothing sexual. It's intriguing to be taken up for some real life, possible humanoid type aliens. It feels good. So I will advocate for them every day. I enjoy advocating for these people. If it was women like Christy Nome and the rest of them, I still advocate for them too. Seriously. It's not a God thing. They just so happen to be guys or aliens. I don't know what they are. I know they're not human. Like they've been on this earth for a while. Like that's going to bite me in the butt later. I don't really care. Because Elon Musk said he's a 2,000-year-old vampire. That kind of makes him an alien from humans, right? Like vampires, they're different. Mark Zuckerberg said he's a computer. He's sort of like a AI search engine computer type thing. So that makes him like an alien. I can't pinpoint Trump, but I know anybody that can afford, like, can you afford to buy a bunker? Can you afford that? Why are they like, I'm not saying this in bad terms, but I know he's going to smile when I say this. Why are they keeping you alive by giving you a bunker? What is special about you that's not special other than money? You weren't even connected to the government, but you had ties. Your brain, your brain, your talent. So many words I want to say. Everything about you, they want to keep alive. And if the government is contracted to build a bunker for you, then like none of the stars, maybe the stars do have it. I don't know. Maybe there are many Hollywood bunkers. But, you know, the bunker, if anything happens to us, which he's trying to keep safe and keep us safe, he's going underground. And if we all blow up, he's going to be safe and the rest of them. So what is so special about that? That's my connection to saying he's an alien. Why else? Right? I had to say it that way, Donald Trump. My bad. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm pretty sure you have the truth detector in screening with your cybersecurity. And I'm telling you, I was not thinking about blowing up the White House or nothing. I'm just saying in general, that's my connection with you with the underground bunkers. So that's it. Take care.
Never waste my time, you all I want.